Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to You Leave Everything and Wander.
First of all, we would like to thank you for all the comments and the support, the good vibes that you sent us after our previous video. And thank you so much, guys. We would like to clarify some points in this video and to answer some of your questions. So we are not able to answer to all the comments, to all the emails, but we are reading everything. So today our video will be like a chat with you.
It's raining as crazy, so you will probably hear some noise.
Yes.
Because it's really windy and it's raining really hard. Sara and I, we are just humans, and everyone has a limit point where psychologically and emotionally you crash.
You feel tired and exhausted, and we want to show the reality in our videos. As Luca said, we are human beings with our weakness. Even for someone that wanted to do travel like this, an adventure like this, of course nobody of us knew about the coronavirus, but you need to be prepared on the road for everything. So we survive, we try to overcome a lot of challenges. This one probably is the biggest one, because we don't have the power to do anything really strong. We can just follow the rules.
Everybody's fighting for their own lives right now. A lot of people said that we are overreacting. Nobody is in our shoes. Nobody knows what we are actually living. And in the future videos we will be talking more about what we are living right now. For now, our priority is to get out of here and to always say the truth, because it's really important also in the future. If people don't say the truth and don't bring light to the problems,
Yes.
Problems will not be solved. So in the future, if there will be other pandemics or other emergencies, they will keep acting like this, and there will be always people left alone, forgotten in foreigner countries or with this situation. So what we are trying to do right now is to help improve all the system, to raise our voices to all the people that are stuck in different countries.
Talking about raising our voices, we did a lot of interviews, we did a lot of videos, we tried to speak with as many medias as possible, and we have done a video that you can see here, just in Italian, explaining the situation, not just our situation, but the situation of more than 500 people stuck, Italians people stuck in Argentina, and 700 people stuck in Italy. I would like to say you that there is no public transportation in Argentina right now, so you can move from point A to point B just with a permit. What we are trying to receive right now, we asked 2 weeks ago to receive a permit to drive from Las Grutas to Buenos Aires, even without a flight ticket.
Yes, because even buying a flight ticket would be impossible for us to get to Buenos Aires in time to get the flight, because they are only putting the flights to Italy 48 hours before the actually flight take off. If they do it to us, in the future they will be able to do it to other travelers that are in the same situations we are. So we are really fighting to be, if you get one case,
An example,
you can do, okay, we have this permit, can you give it also to the other couple that is there, the other travelers that are stuck in another place.
And we know about people, like successful cases like Michael and Susanna. They wanted to say hello to you.
Hello, Sara and Luca. Michael and Susanna here again. Last time we saw you in Las Grutas, and now we made it back to our home state, California. It's almost as nice in Las Grutas, the ocean and everything, but it makes such a difference if you can go out in nature and take a hike and walk the beach. The state parks are closed, but otherwise, you are able to do quite a bit more than in Argentina.
So we were stuck with Luca and Sara in the same town, Las Grutas, and one morning we got an email from the US Embassy that there is a flight out from Buenos Aires to Miami, and we jumped on this opportunity. Lots of paperwork was to be done, but the US Embassy at the end was very helpful. We needed a permission to drive. with our itinerary for the trip. We needed a health certificate and we needed proof that we had a flight ticket. With those papers, we left Las Grutas one morning and had about 5 stops, police controls within the first 20 kilometers, and we were a little bit worried how this is going to play out. But this was the province of Rio Negro, and once we had passed that, we actually had pretty good sailing and drove for 2 days. We spent one night at the edge of some fields at dusk when nobody was around anymore and slept in our camper. The following day we went to Zárate, to the harbor where already 4 other overlanders were parked as well. We all spent the night together in the parking lot. Their cars all went to Germany and ours was supposed to go to the US. However, just like an hour before arrival in Zárate, our agent told us that our ship will be cancelled. Well, nothing else to do. We still decided we wanted to drop off our car because we had our flight ticket. And so we did the following morning, dropped off our car, and it's just sitting in the harbor now. It had passed customs and it's going to go on whatever ship sails to Texas, US next. We all went to Buenos Aires on several taxis, spent a couple nights in Buenos Aires till our plane left on Saturday morning with a few hours delay, but it did leave to Miami indeed. So Sara and Luca, we wish you all the best. Stay in touch. I hope you get to leave Las Grutas eventually too. We wish you the very, very best and get home safely.
Maybe we see you in Italy in the future. Anyhow, good luck to you guys. Take
Ciao.
care. Ciao.
We have seen and we are in contact with other travelers, overlanders from other countries, and they were able to reach Buenos Aires. I think there is something different for Italians because we need to follow different rules. So it will be more difficult for us to reach Buenos Aires. We are trying to receive this permit as soon as possible. At least we can go towards Buenos Aires and we will be able to be next to the airport when there will be a next flight. Talking about the flights, many of you said to us, I can see some commercial flights online, Skyscanner or wherever you see them. Unfortunately, these flights are not, you can see it, you can buy it, but then they cancel it. There's 2 days, 1 day before the departure.
And this is really, really bad because there are people desperate that are still buying those tickets, so put in money and then all these flights are cancelled. So we are in a chat with a lot of Italians stuck here in the same conditions we are, and a lot of them bought the ticket and now they are having to buy the second ticket, the emergency tickets they are selling for a huge amount of money, and they already are without money and they are not giving back them. Like, it's crazy.
They need to they are postponing the flight, and then they say when we will send this humanitarian rescue flight, then now we will talk about this, you need to buy again the ticket and then you need to ask for a reimbursement or something to get back your money. About the humanitarian flights, a lot of people said, you can ask your brother, your sister, your mom, you're from Italy to book your flight. Was not like this. Like, after a few minutes, after the technical problems on Alitalia, the seats were completely fully booked. And when the people arrived, the people that were able to buy the ticket arrived at the airport, they discovered that 40 people need to stay in Buenos Aires because they have 40 seats overbooking. So they allowed overbooking on an emergency humanitarian flight, rescue flight.
So this is really bad.
They organized another flight for Saturday, always selling the ticket 1,900 euro, 2,500 euro. Can you imagine? Families of 5-6 people, but even for the 2 of us, it's an incredible price. And what we don't understand, and we cannot stay put and silent about this, it's some of the European countries, like French, Germany, some of these countries, they use 80 million funds of the European Protezione Civile that was put there and paid by all the contributors, by the taxes of all the people in Europe, us ourselves included.
Yes, because for every dollar, or in this case euro, we make out of our job, meaning YouTube, meaning advertisement, meaning sponsorships, everything we do, every little euro that we get, we pay taxes in Italy. And we are not using any service in Italy.
But Italy is not using this money. They said, okay, the flights should come empty, and then we need to respect this social distance for emergency inside the plane. Everything it's okay, but why they are not taking the Argentinian stuck in Italy so we can have like a better price?
A lot of people comment why you're still there, why you didn't fly back home 1 month ago or more.
In a perfect world, guys, we make perfect choices. In a real world, we make real choices. The only thing that we choose was to self-isolate on a beach because everybody said don't move. It's better if you stay in a place just for a few weeks and don't move.
Besides Asia, Italy is the first country in the world who made the entire country lock down, no flights, no border crossing, anything. So when other countries around the world were still figuring out what is coronavirus, it's something that could go worldwide and it could be a pandemic.
Or it's just a flu, we don't know.
Or it's just a flu. Italy was already in lockdown, so we couldn't fly back home because all the flights were already cancelled. And at that point we were in Ushuaia, and we were on an island called the Tierra del Fuego. After visiting all the American continent, our plan was to go back home to our families in Italy, to hug them and stay a little bit with them, since it's a lot of time we didn't have the pleasure and the opportunity to stay with them.
2 days ago, the government in Italy just shut down some zone, especially in the north. Luca and I, we are both from north of Italy. They call this zone the red zone, as you can see here on this map. So my mom lives in Asti, Luca's family in Torino, my dad in South Tyrol in Merano, my brother is in Bologna. So as you can see, they are all in north of Italy. And people cannot exit this area, cannot enter in this area. So
it's completely locked down.
Yes, it's impossible. It's a restricted area. The coronavirus is affecting our travel plans a lot.
Our travel plan is to travel north from Ushuaia on Carretera 3, following the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, reach probably Buenos Aires. First thing we wanted to do is get out of the island and start driving to Buenos Aires. Thing that we did, but then the 20th of March the president talked and they say, okay, from now on there will be a quarantine, nobody is moving, nobody is getting out of their houses. And this was the 20th of March, but already the 18th, 2 days before, the police already stopped us and we were already in like a forced quarantine 2 days before, and we couldn't reach Buenos Aires. We were trying to auto-isolate ourselves on a beach, trying to move slowly to Buenos Aires.
But it was impossible for us to move. They say you need to stay here, otherwise if you move you can go to jail for 6 months. Italy organized 3 flights back.
Costa
Crociere, they organized 3 flights back, rescue flight backs. We will call rescue because I don't know other
It's a really huge cruise company who had many Argentinians on their cruise back in Italy, in Europe. So it organized 3 flights to bring all the Argentinians back, and the consulates and the embassies, they let many Italians fly back for free on that 3 planes, but they didn't contact all the Italians that were here in Argentina, and the ones who were far didn't reach Buenos Aires because they just say it 2 days in advance, 48 hours in advance. Just I think about 500 Italian
that were already in
near the airport. Many countries, the president or the first minister ask to all the people, come back home, go in your own country, we will give you 1 week, 2 weeks, we will make some flights, come back home, otherwise then you will be stuck there and it's your problem. Italy never done that because the airports and the flights to go back home were already cancelled before anybody could say anything. So they never call us back home, and they never give us the possibility to go back home. That's why we are seeing all the overlanders, all our friends, all the people who travel like us, all the YouTubers going back home. We are scared, we are alone. They forgot of us. They are doing nothing to bring us back home and to keep us safe.
What is important, guys, that we want really to underline, that we don't want anything for free. Together with 400 Italians, we are not asking anything for free. Even the Wi-Fi connection. You mentioned why you're not using the hotspot, the tethering on your phone, because the iPhone together with the movie star company is not working, so we cannot use the hotspot. This is something that we use everywhere, but it's not working. So we asked to pay for the Wi-Fi at the campground, we asked to pay for technician, but nothing happened. So, and even for the flights, we don't want to go back home for free. We know about countries that rescue people for $400, $500, $800. You know, people are really in need. I know that this is some government, they are ashamed. They don't want to tell this, but someone needs to speak, because it's not possible that families with 4, 5, 6 people, they cannot go back home because the prices of the tickets of the flights that should help them is so high. It's outrageous. You don't need to use people in an emergency situation.
They are making money right now, and they are speculating right now, and this is the problem. You shouldn't be doing this in these kind of situations. And Sara and I, we are really lucky because we have the support of all of you guys. We have the support of our families. So we have the resources to buy the tickets. We are just waiting for the permit to get to Buenos Aires. But there are families with kids, there are pregnant women, there are old couples
without medicines anymore,
without money to go back home. And so we are trying to raise our voices and fight for them and also for us.
We never wanted to pay 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 euro to go back home, because we know that this is not the right price, especially for one-way flight. We know, I work a lot in this business, so I know the prices of flights. And I think this is not the moment to speculate on people. It's not right. And someone again need to talk, need to say, need to speak up. The consulate and the embassy, they always help us here. I cannot say that they don't answer us, they always answer us, but the only thing they can do, as I mentioned in the video before, they can help us to reach Buenos Aires from Las Grutas, but they don't have anything to do with the flight tickets. When we asked Alitalia, they said that the price is so high, but they don't know because it's a rescue flight. So the embassy said it's a commercial flight, and Alitalia said it's a rescue flight.
We are over 150 people in this WhatsApp chat, and we are all fighting, we are all calling, sending emails, you know, pushing in every kind of directions, in every kind of way to try to help us. We are putting a lot of energy in that. That's why we are exhausted, that's why we are humans and we cry and we are angry and we are frustrated.
Yeah, but we will never give up, guys. You know us, if you follow us for 1, 2, 3 years, you know that we will never give up, no matter what. It's difficult sometimes because you feel alone, but we are so lucky to have a beautiful community, so supportive. And beside the trolls, beside the negative comments, you are so many people that just help us out, and we need to thank you, because with your support this is easier for us to go through.
Just want to say that in this case there are some lack of services or help or emergency way to act on the Italian and Argentinian side for all the people who are stuck here or are stuck in Italy and want to come back home here in Argentina.
And the last thing I wanted to say, that we love Argentina. We promote for free Argentina for several months with our YouTube videos without asking for anything. because we did like this. This is our way to share what we are living and the beautiful places that we are visiting. We love Argentinian people, but we need to speak the truth. Even if we are from Italy, we need to say the truth about Italy, and even if we love Argentinian people, we need to say the truth about
what is going on.
What is going on. That's why. But we don't have hate. We don't want to accuse anyone. We just want to speak the truth. I think that the freedom of what you say, the freedom of, you know, just thinking about something and speaking about something should be stay there. Is a right to speak, is a right to say what you want to say.
Share your experience.
In respect of everything, of course. We are super grateful to be healthy. We are super grateful to be together, that we are going through this together. But we are living a really delicate situation. And as well said, the only nationality is mankind.
Okay guys, we are going back to work. We have a lot of work to do in order to go back home and try to get as many people as possible back home.
We don't know when we will be able to upload this video because the process was slow at the time, now it's even slower. We don't know if we can upload this week 3 videos.
We just want to let you know we love you guys and thank you for being there with us and for us.
And we really appreciate your support. It's what is giving us strength every day to fight, to go ahead, to never give up. And we hope that you are safe. We hope that other overlanders, we know that this situation is not just here in Argentina. There are a lot of countries where people are stuck. So we hope that everyone can go back home soon, safely, and with the respect of the right to go back home.
Yes.
Because it's not just about 2 people, it's a humanitarian right, it's about a lot of people. And we hope that our voice could reach some people and just open their mind about the situation a lot of us are living. See you soon guys, love you.
Ciao.
La vita è bella, life is beautiful, always.
Ciao.